Too many bills to pay? Not liking your current life? Trying to avoid responsibilities? Become a crab! You've come to the right place at Yak's Become a Crab Emporium. Be a crab. Any crab you want at the Yak Shack Crab Shack. Be a crab. All the crabs. Crab all the time. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, I feel like you improv'd a little bit too much. You should have stuck closer to the tweet.
No, I did. I wrote a little bit of an extra script at the end.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It felt a bit too improv-y. Right, okay, so we are back for the good fun times that have never had no fun at all. Does anyone want to regale us with what happened last time?
We got our asses kicked by Redacted.
I wish we could, when you said that we could like edit bits from the episode. We just cut immediately to Yaxper firing his gun in the air.
You cut immediately to the fucking Hoot's head being cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So we got back.
Fire.
Shut up. We got back from the island after what it was supposed to be a monumental victory, but was not a monumental victory because everybody was suffering from various PTSD-related shenanigans.
Except Yaxper.
PTSD. No, he was still
coffee overload.
He was still technically dealing with some. And continue.
It was revealed that Wilk and Won't had been whisked away somewhere. We're not quite sure where. Nerestein had a pleasant, quote unquote,
yes,
conversation with the only parental unit that strikes fear in them.
It was your dad's dead. Remember, it's the only parental unit.
Yeah. Well, even if their dad was alive, there's still only one parental unit to strike fear in them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Which caused them to go off and kind of hide and cower the rest of the trip home. Once home, Yax forgot to try coffee for the first time and went full on fucking Republican, guns in the air,
bang, bang, bang.
just yeehaw cowboy.
I mean, sometimes you gotta make a point.
Scared the shit out of all the townsfolk who were there to celebrate our victory.
They were asking for it.
Who've never seen a gun in their life.
That's true. They should have just thought he had fancy fireworks. I'm standing by it.
I fucking forget the captain in his first hand's name, but they aren't that important. They were unclear as to why. They were unclear as to why we weren't more celebratory, and it's not like we were going to tell them that we're suffering from shit here.
A lot's going on, man.
Yeah.
It's Edward and Leopold.
Yeah, I wanted to say Edmund, but I knew that wasn't right.
It's Edward.
So Insira went off to try and get a bath because she was covered in Kraken goo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tried to talk
Did she get pregnant?
No.
Yes.
No.
Tried to talk to Mommy and Daddy. They basically told her to fuck off. They don't want her around. For her own safety, quote unquote. Meanwhile, they're having all kinds of parties and shit now that she's gone.
Over the corpses of her entire siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So Insira being Insira and Caitlin being Caitlin loses her shit and tries to drown herself
Well, she didn't try to drown herself, but she was taking a depression bath.
Yeah, she took a big.
Which actually makes a lot of sense.
So, Nearstein bought a round of drinks for everybody.
Yep.
Yaxper. I forgot what Yaxper did.
You forgot about Yaxper's intimate fucking discussion with Alexander, where he was reminded.
Oh yeah,
that's
really
right.
Bad,
that my dad's fucking dead. Man who killed my fucking dad.
It sucks for me.
Yeah,
that's right.
I sure would like to choke the life out of whoever did that's eyes. I want him to suffer slowly.
I had forgotten about the fact that conversation had happened.
Oh, that was such a painful...
In my mind, Yaxper was just standing there.
Yeah.
It was such a painful conversation. My God.
Yeah.
What's the best meme react for just standing there and being like, no?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think there's a meme react that can actually go with the depression.
So Alexander and Yak were having their conversation, and Alexander was trying to have a heart-filled moment with Yak, and Yak, of course, being Yak, just didn't have either the emotional or mental capacity to latch onto it. And eventually things progressed until we perceived a commotion going on, and it was revealed that Floric was getting their ass kicked by Redacted. What was that?
The Stalker Knight is their name.
Yeah. And we came out, saw what was going on, and we proceeded to get our asses kicked by the Stalker Knight. Although we got a few good
licks in.
I got some hits in though.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't we get him to like halfway or something?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we got about half.
Did we?
We got them slightly before halfway, but I don't think you.
That's all right.
I think you underestimate just how much health halfway still is. But
I know it's a shit ton of health because he's a fucking level 20.
Not a level 20. He's a Death Knight.
What level is
he? He's not. Characters that you monsters that you fight do not have levels. They have CRs.
Okay, challenge rating then. What challenge rating?
I think it's like a 20 or a 21, maybe.
That's why I had level 20 in my head.
I'm not 100% sure.
So
I know
he kicked our ass.
Yep.
As did the dice.
And before he could kill us all, the ever so lovely and flamboyantly bright Lux priesthood showed up.
Yeah. To save you.
Yeah, to save us after he killed Hoot.
Yeah, after the axe was brought down on Hoot.
And before he was going to...
bad stuff, yeah.
Before he was going to attempt to kill Yak and or me, because I crawled myself on top of Yak to try and protect him.
As you do.
Who knows why?
I didn't even get to have the moment that I tried to have. Now that I remember,
good.
I think I tried to be like, no, just kill me now.
You did that moment.
Yeah, you did have your moment where
you
just
had two
were
other
firing
idiots who were trying to make sure no one died.
And he was like, oh, no, you don't get your moment.
So they showed up. And we eventually, I guess, were too concerned with our own well-being and trying to protect each other. We don't exactly know if he was subdued or if he just what happened to the
Because we
Stalker
got knocked
Knight.
the fuck out.
Yeah.
You have no idea what happened to the Stalker Knight because you were essentially technically passed out, but for story reasons and the way I play it, you were getting glimpses of what was happening in the Griffin Knights coming to arrest you with an Inquisitor.
Yeah, but the priestess came and hit me with her fucking staff, knocking me out, and that's the last of ultimately what happened before we were eventually arrested and taken who knows where.
Yeah. The only minor thing I would say is that I think it just slipped minds because it's been a while. You kind of know where Wilkin went. You know that Hera referred to that he was being taken to the Feywilds.
Wilkes in the Feywild.
Yeah, and Caffro, while you were having your little soiree in the bar, Caffro went off to meet the elven blacksmith to give them the material to turn his greatsword into a magical weapon and begin the process of turning it into a Dragon Slayer greatsword. Because he isn't one for parties. And yeah.
Basically, Cathro became that Donald Glover community GIF where everything's on fire when he comes in.
Yeah.
Bold to assume when he's going to come back, but yeah.
Listen, I'm hoping Fabio comes back soon. I miss our boy.
I am hoping Fabio comes back soon, but there's if he doesn't, there's not really much you can do about it. But
I know.
Yeah.
I'm there thinking about you, Fabio, wherever you are.
We love you, Fabsy.
He's never gonna watch this.
No, he's not.
No.
He's got podcasts to watch.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jan.
Hello, redacted.
But yes. So that's where we picked off. That very emotional moment of poor old Hoot getting the chop, and you all getting your ass royally handed to you. And Sierra got a lot of the real brunt in that because the Stalker Knight was saying some bad things towards them and kind of attacked them first, oddly enough. It was the very first person that they hit was Sierra, and mentioned something to them in a language that only they knew before knocking them unconscious.
I also want to tell something to the Jonathans.
Okay.
Literally, Jonathan.
Oh, I thought you meant the Jonathans of the world. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Hex said it was gonna be a happy episode.
I did say it was gonna be a happy episode. It was a happy episode.
I wrote that it was a happy episode in the description.
It was a happy episode. I was very happy.
Yeah, because you kept fucking rolling crates.
Yeah. Hex never said who it was going to be a happy episode.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's where I got you.
Nope, fuck you.
Because it was very happy. It was very happy for me because I've been planning that moment for months.
Yeah.
But
fuck
yeah,
you.
so
I'm so happy.
Now that brings us to where we are now, and the very ominous title, "Alone with Your Faults."
Oh God, please don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do to these chuckle fucks.
Well,
we're super gonna be separated. I didn't think we'd get to talk.
Oh yeah, no, I knew we weren't gonna be put together. That's the stupidest idea ever.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna set the stage a little. The way this is gonna work is that we're gonna have a little bit where I'm talking to all of you to explain what's happened in your predicament, and then we're gonna roll initiative because we're gonna go on the one-on-ones, and the spotlights will begin.
No.
So
please let Caitlin be first.
Please, not me first. Oh God.
Let's
let Caitlin suffer.
Let's transfer over to this completely black screen.
Again.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm sorry. Again to Jonathan and Raul who watches this. I don't look forward to the spot. Send help.
And maybe will. I will. Finish Dragoon. Finish Dragoon, you motherfucker. Just do it. Like, you're a fucking coward. Do it. Right, so
Called out.
Yeah, the weird call-outs done. You all got knocked unconscious. That was the last thing that we spoke about. You all have very vague memories of seeing some kind of conflict going on between the Lux priesthoods members that were shackling you and the Stalker Knight. No, none of you quite know exactly what happened. You just have vague flash images of like a griffin
Brain
trying,
damage.
yeah, like a griffin trying to strike, a griffin trying to strike it, and then it bringing its axe down on the griffin's head, and like bloody chaos erupting. The next thing you would all remember is you feel yourself being dragged across the ground by what you think must be Lux priesthood members. You feel that your hands are being clasped in irons that are far too tight for your hands, and you feel it's the metal rim of them cut into actual flesh, so you can feel they're really pressed against your wrists. You all feel a strangely familiar sensation of having an iron collar slapped around your neck. And the next thing you would
What?
The next thing you would all experience will be waking up.
It's just like, I'm not touching that.
This is the point. Yeah, because I'm trying to do a serious moment.
Yeah, hush.
This is the point where I'm going to ask all of you to please roll me initiative. I will open up the initiative table. So roll. So you can't. You can't.
Yeah, we can't touch our token.
Okay.
I was just thinking that.
Well, give me a second, and what I'll do is I'll just reveal where you are, which will probably make it a little bit worse, if anything. So let me just.
Oh no.
Make sure.
Well, I mean, we can just roll and you can add us to it.
No, it's okay. I'm doing it now. So. Gonna do the little reveals. So we're gonna have. We have a reveal up here. The reveal really is being weird lately. I've noticed. It's not just in my game. We have a real reveal up here, and then we have a reveal over here, and we have a reveal down here.
Alright, let me
There we go.
do that.
Hey, yeah, and Nearstein are close together. Yay!
So yeah, let's roll initiatives.
Let's see.
Nearstein rolled real low. That big A.
I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, I purposely rolled it.
Oh yeah!
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 Okay, can we Can we please have someone go before me?
No.
I'm begging.
No.
I already told you no.
Hex, do you remember what I set my health to? Actually, you can probably see it.
You don't need to worry about your health. It was like minus a billion and something.
Yeah, it was minus a billion.
You don't need to worry about your health where we're going.
I know. I just wanted to know if you could still see it.
No, you can't still see.
Because it's totally like that on the sheet.
So
I'm so happy.
I'm so fucking happy.
I swear, somehow Karik performed a spell, contacted a demon, something to make this happen.
I'm massively happy. Okay, so in Syrah, you wake up. You find yourself in what can only be described as a very small, dingy, damp cell. You notice that the padding wall of the cell seems to be of a strange black material, but the ground seems to be just of a normal stone. You would notice that, like, behind you is a very simple bed. It's literally a series of wooden planks held to the wall by a chain with a dirty, damp rag of an excuse for a blanket and the filthiest pillow that you've ever seen in your life. And you were in the Red Sands, so that's saying something.
Yeah, that's fucking
in the very corner of
we saw Dar.
The bathroom.
In the very corner of the room, there is just a half-sized wooden barrel. If you attempt to go close to the half-sized wooden barrel, you would experience a extraordinarily foul smell. And in across from it, you see what seems to be some kind of fire or flame. You would notice that your hands are clasped in irons that are held together by a very short amount of chain, about about half your index fingers kind of length of chain, so you really can't move your hands too much. And you notice that you do have a very similar collar to what you may have once worn as a slave some time ago. So you've woken up on the floor like this. What do you do?
Cry.
I mean, damn. You would not be out of order.
For 3 hours.
Hey, I get to skip saying shit then.
No, you
Yeah.
wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Damn it!
Oh. Sierra's gonna look around groggily. I take it she's out of her armor.
Yes, you are wearing what appears to be some kind of sack, essentially, that has a hole cut in it for the top. Like where the neck would be, it's kind of like just a sack that someone has put a hole through so that it could be worn.
And Sarah will wake up really groggy. She's gonna realize she's still got the wings and she's not back to her normal shade of green. Like, fuck. And everything's just gonna come rushing back to her. Her siblings, Hoot, the fight, all of that. And she's gonna go. She's just gonna let out a scream of anger.
Your scream seems like it's being held in by the black walls. You don't think that you have a strange feeling inside your gut that no one is able to hear you scream.
And then she's just gonna go. Second, because I want to look at exactly what was said. She's gonna say, that fucker thinks he's a hero. Fucking killed one of his own goddamn allies. And then she's just gonna sit there.
How long would you just sit there for?
A while.
Surprise question, how long is a while?
I don't know, man.
Give me an estimate. How long do you think you would sit there just on the floor
Like
while
30 minutes or something.
Okay. So 30 minutes go by. You've been sitting on the floor. You feel that the floor is very cold. It's hard stone. It's not meant to be comfy to be sat on at all. You do feel your legs start to go a little bit numb from it. What do you do now?
Well, I guess she'll stand up. She'll kind of pace a little bit.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do in the room, or anything you'd like to try in the room?
She's just gonna look around at the room, see if there's anything she can really notice.
Roll me a perception check. So like you do notice some very small details aside from the things that I've given out to you. You notice that on the wood panels of your bed, I say in quotation marks, there is a very obvious sign of someone has been scratching in lines, with like maybe a fingernail or a claw, and you can tell that there's quite a few of those lines. So the person that may have had to be in this cell prior to you may have been in there for a long amount of time. You would notice that no matter how long it's going, the fire in the corner doesn't seem to go out. It doesn't seem to run out of log or anything. It just seems to keep going. And as you're looking around, you suddenly get hit by the stench of the toilet, for lack of a better term, in the corner of the room. And you get a feeling that if you go over to it, someone may not have emptied it.
Okay.
Okay. Anything? The game about? Yeah, the game about. So is there anything else that you would like to do now? With that information in mind?
Not really.
Okay. What we're going to do is, you're not out of the woods yet. We're going to return to you. But we're going to flip over to the next person with the highest, which is Kara.
Freedom!
Kara, you've already moved your token, so fill me in on what you've done. You awoke to find yourself on the floor in the cell, the exact same situation, seeing the exact same stuff that Caitlin saw. So run me through what you've done.
How high up is the actual bed from the ground?
About 3 foot, nothing major.
Okay.
Like 3 feet, not 3 foot. Sorry, 3 feet. Like nothing major. Not a
Okay.
big enough to maybe swing your legs off of a little bit, but not that like your feet wouldn't actually be touching the ground.
Okay. I wake up and having been around long enough to just know. I know they're not stupid enough to give us actual fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that it's got to be illusory fire enough to keep it lit, to keep us somewhat warm. So I know there's no point in messing with it.
Roll me an Arcana check. Oh yeah, 100%. You did fucking amazing with that. So yes, not only from your knowledge and your ability to provide a logic to a situation like this, you looking over the fire, the longer you look at it, the more you take in its natural magic. It's not real fire. It is an illusion. The more you focus on it and the more you think about it, you realize it's actually not giving off any heat. It's literally just there to give off light.
So, for about an hour or so, I just crawl underneath the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I just lay there, not wanting to deal with what happened. I don't know where anybody is. I can't hear where anybody is. It's just I'm out of character. I'm assuming because sound can't escape, sound can't enter.
Yeah.
It's something I'm going to test in character, but I'm assuming that'll be the case.
Yeah. So the
it's
case
just
will be out of character, but obviously when your character tries, I'll sort it out. Is these cells are specifically designed so that none of your noise gets out, but none of the noise outside gets in. There is a way specifically for it to get in, but it's not just any old sound can get in. If someone's outside in the halls talking, you're not gonna hear them. There could be people out there having conversations right now. You wouldn't hear them.
I'm assuming the door is also covered in the same material.
Yes.
Okay.
It has a little hatch on the side that you notice can be opened, but only from the outside.
Okay. After about an hour of just laying there, just wallowing in self-pity, just the deafening silence, it kind of just gets to be a bit too much. And are we still shackled?
Yes, yeah, you're all...
Okay.
So, like, the way I described to Insira is that Insira has two... their hands are shackled together, and it's a very close set of shackles. It's about, like, half your index finger is the distance of chain that you have on your shackles, and you have a heavy set, black kind of iron choker attached to your neck collar.
In front or behind?
In front.
Okay. So
You were talking about your hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in front.
Okay. I eventually pull myself up and I start pacing around, and I start examining the wall, all four walls. Examine the door. I start picking at it with my fingers.
Roll me an investigation since you're examining the door.
I don't know shit about this.
It's a door. You think it's the same material as the walls because it looks the same color.
It could be a door.
All things are alike if they're the same color.
Exactly.
It's true.
I continue picking at it. I highly doubt they're gonna let it go to rot. They're probably smart enough to replace it if it's magical in nature. So, but I'm just gonna keep picking at various places, seeing if by chance there is any kind of like weak point to the material. I move because stench is stench. I mean, I've unfortunately dealt with worse. So I moved the gamer bucket away from the corner.
Yours smells, but you would look because you're moving it. You'd see yours doesn't have anything inside it, but it smells because it's like it's obvious that it's been emptied, but it's not really been washed.
Okay. I spend the better part of my time just trying to look for weak points in the material, because at the moment I don't know what else to do with myself. I'm trying to look for weak points just internally, but at the same time I'm just trying to make noise to have noise also, so as not to just to drive myself mad.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't like total silence.
Yeah, it's not like that mad, insane room that someone made where you hear your own blood. But it's close to as total silence as you can get, and it is quite a debilitating kind of situation, honestly. Right.
I will just to see how similar they are in nature. I will attempt to I will attempt to cast dancing lights to see if I can brighten the place up any more than it is, just to see if spells can be cast.
Roll me a con save.
Oh boy.
You've massively failed that. So as you try to cast the spell, you try to say the words, try to move the hands to do the things. You find that a jolt of pain hits your spinal cord, emanating from the collar, and you, for a minute, find yourself completely unable to move. You are paralyzed for a minute. It's excruciating pain. It feels like someone has stopped your spine from being able to move at all.
Okay.
But then, obviously, we're not in combat, so, like, that hurts. You can't talk, you can't speak. You have trouble thinking when this debilitating sensation takes over your body. And then the minute passes, and you can move again.
Okay. After that, I feel like just mentally, I feel like just the lingering sensation of it, and I tell myself that I know that can't happen again. Only stupid people, as I look at Yaxper, would try and do that again. And I just go about picking at the wall some more, just to give myself something to do to distract myself.
Roll me another con save. You feel like one of your nails starts to buckle a little bit, so you feel like to stop. You've been doing it so much. If you would have failed that, I would have said that your fingernail would have snapped. But you feel like your incessant need to do it has damaged one of your nails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing as though that there seems to be no headway being made, I will go and I will lay back underneath the bed.
Okay. While we do that, then we will hop over to Yaxper. Yaxper, you awaken in the middle of this room on the floor. You are in the exact same situation as the other characters. Your clothing is gone. You are wearing a sack. You have your hands in manacles in front of you with a short amount of chain holding them together. You find yourself having a thick iron metal collar around your neck. What do?
He looks around. Well, first I have to solve this. And he snaps his fingers for his crab.
Roll me a con save.
Uh-oh. Oh, I must not have. I thought I popped it out. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I do.
I guess I closed it.
I've done that plenty of times, honestly.
Scroll down.
So you click your fingers and nothing happens. No magic, no summoning of your pal. Nothing happens. You feel a quick, like someone's walking over your grave, chill, go up your spine, but you don't feel any pain or anything. But you get like that sudden chill feeling up it. But your magic certainly hasn't worked.
Well, he's not traditional magic, so that's not good. He should have bypassed that. Oh, that's real bad. Okay. He kind of looks around. Oh no. Now what? Okay. Am I alone in here? Hello? Hello? No, it's a little too small for that, isn't it?
You just hear you hear nothing. You hear your own. You hear yourself, and that's it.
Everyone else just vanished on the Roll20.
Yeah, it says that. It says that for me as well. It says that everyone's vanished, but you're still obviously.
Yeah, I had a connection interruption.
Oh,
That's
really?
weird.
Mm-hmm.
Said everybody vanished from me.
Maybe everyone just hit the reconnect button real quick.
Yeah.
Oh
well, I'm seeing people pop back in.
I've seen people pop back in. Yeah, you've all popped back in.
Okay. Fuckery. Internet fuckery.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mute yourself.
I am muted. It says I'm muted.
No, but I wasn't.
Oh, I have you muted anyway, so.
Okay, good.
But yes, so no one responds. You are, in fact, alone in this cell.
Is there's a door somewhere, I would assume.
Yes, you can see it's right there.
Hello? Anyone out there? Don't suppose this is a misunderstanding? Oh. Did they... is he barefoot? Has he got shoes on?
No, you are barefoot. You literally are just wearing what looks like a sack that has been made, had a hole cut out for your head, put over on top of you, so that you can have your arms out, and it's just like a sack cut in two, a hole cut out for your head. You haven't got any underwear on, you don't have any socks.
Think it's like you're just wearing like a potato sack.
Yeah.
With a hole.
Well, I was actually going with that, but...
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a potato sack, essentially.
This smells like potatoes. Oh no. I don't like potatoes. This is bad.
You are cursed with the smell of potato.
So... No one outside the door. No one else in here with me. Maybe there's a mat somewhere with a key hidden under it. Maybe under this barrel.
Are you going
This
over
seems
to the
reasonable
barrel?
to me. This seems reasonable to me.
Roll me a con save.
Wait, con save for the
Yeah.
barrel?
Yep, roll me a con save.
Okay.
You are hit. You don't vomit or pass out or anything, but with a foul smell. I'm gonna leave this up to your imagination. But have you ever had one of those times where steam came off? That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I just ate!
Yeah. So you go and look if there's a key underneath the barrel, but you're too distracted. You don't be sick, you don't pass out or anything like that. That was what the con save was to see. But you are hit by the foul smell of it.
I kind of feel like it'd be foul, but he almost wouldn't give a fuck.
You're
Like-
hit. I mean, you're not disgusted, but you're hit by it. You're like, whoa, I shouldn't have maybe got that close.
Ugh. Is this where they take the dumps? Oh no.
You get a sudden feeling like, yes, that's where you go to the restroom.
Is this where I take the dumps? Oh no. I was kind of hoping it was like full of water and stuff, but no. You know, I never really thought about this before, but I guess I talk to myself, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh no.
You are hit with a sudden realization that you are in fact just talking to yourself.
Usually I do this at home, but I don't really think about it. Oh no. Maybe I should take my friends to my home one day and we can all have like dinner or something. We should probably get out of jail first. That might be a good place to start.
Ever the optimist thinking about taking his friends for dinner while in prison.
Ever the optimist thinking he has friends.
Ever the optimist thinking he'll be allowed to have dinner.
Ever the optimist thinking.
Yeah. Maybe invite one of my brothers over or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Yak's got brothers. Yak's got brothers.
Yeah, he's got quite a big family, if I remember right.
Yak has a very big family.
You ain't
killed. Discord said no. You don't get to say the rest of that sentence.
Discord cut you out because he was like. But yeah, no, I'm liking this. Continue, Devin. I'm liking this. I'm liking the side of Yak.
Okay. What's under the bed? Hello?
You look under.
Is there anyone down here? Oh, wait! I just clicked my thrust by accident. That's not. He doesn't do that.
I know.
He doesn't blast the bed.
I know. You look under the bed. There is nothing and nobody under the bed. I'm afraid.
Oh. It's a good thing no one was under the bed. I had a weird sudden urge to mind thrust. Oh. Okay. Well, this doesn't look like it's that uncut. Oh, that's not great.
It is
it's not
mildly better than just lying on the floor.
It's it's. I'm sure I could sleep on this for a good night or 2 weeks, months, years. I'd be fine, totally fine, absolutely. I'm gonna be fine. Okay. Right. What if I maybe there's maybe one of these walls is got like a loose box somewhere. Maybe there's like a press a button or pull a piece out. It's like a secret passage, or maybe on the ground somewhere. Yeah, go ahead.
As you got close to the fire, you fully well realize that it's not real fire. That it doesn't give off any heat. So you assume, based on your high knowledge stat, that this is just an illusionary fire, meant for the purposes of keeping the room lit. Roll me an investigation check.
Let's.
There is nothing in this room. There are no hidden panels. There are no secret little areas that you hit and suddenly the door opens, or you, as far as you can see through your look for this room, this is a cell meant to hold people, and it has been made well enough that there's no secret little trick to breaking out.
Okay. I'm sure if I just brush some of the dirt on the ground, there'd be like a hole or something. I'm sure. Maybe under the bed.
At this point, you look on the ground and realize it is stone tile.
Sure, it's under the bed. It's gotta be under the bed. There's a hole somewhere. It's gotta be. Come on.
You look under the bed. There is no hole. There is just more flat, cold, hard, uncaring stone tile.
Okay. I gotta. This is the fake fire. To make it the room bright. That means there's some magic in the. Hey, let me out! Let me out! Please! I can't be in here anymore! Please! I can't even summon my god! Please! I can't do it! He's on the floor.
Yeah, oh no. I imagined he was banging on the door and then he kind of just slumped down onto the floor and begging to be let out.
Please. I've been all alone for so long. Usually I have at least my little body. Oh,
On
and I
that,
don't even know where
oh,
all my friends are. Oh,
on that really, really good note, we're gonna move over back to Insira. So, because that's a really fucking good note that I want to move over from. So, Insira, given an infinite amount of time, are you just gonna sit there? Are you gonna maybe go over to the bed? Or are you gonna just sit on the floor? You don't
She's
know.
gonna get onto the bed.
Okay, so you get onto the bed. You have no idea. You lose track of time. Perhaps minutes went by. It feels like hours went by for sure, but perhaps because you're doing nothing but thinking, you're unsure. It could be hours, it could be minutes, but you know that the light still burns, and that the room hasn't changed, and that no magic trick to open up the door has happened. No savior from one of your friends, or savior from one of your families, or some dashing individual has come to the door to save you. The idea of the fact that you are actually in this situation where you have been captured and you are in some kind of prison somewhere starts to settle into your mind. And as this happens, every now and then, just PTSD flash frames appear of the times that the Stalker Knight struck you, and you just remember just the axe hitting you, and the axe hitting you, the axe hitting you, and just it towering over you and asking you who you wanted to pick to die, and hearing that voice again and again and again and again and again and again just through your head, saying that same line in that same language over and over, hearing the last syllables in the language go through your head, the last word burning into your memory as you keep imagining and seeing the axe go down on Hoot's head, and you see it played back over and over and over and over again. How does Insira react to that?
She's gonna get very frustrated and angry, and there's just gonna be a breaking point, and she's gonna be, fuck it, I'm going to sleep. And then she's gonna try to get comfy on the bed. Well, as comfy as this thing gets.
It won't get any comfy, is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And then she realizes her wings are kind of in the way, so she's like, come on, and lays on her stomach.
As you lay on your stomach, you hear that on the door.
Hear what?
Do you not hear me knocking?
No, not really. It sounded like something was scratching.
Okay, well, you hear very hard knocking on the door. It's the first sound, other than your own voice, that you've heard.
She's like, yeah.
You just keep hearing the knocking.
She'll get up and approach the door.
Approach the door, please. Approach the door.
I had to like scroll back because I was on like Yaxper and Kara.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. So you get up to the door. All of a sudden, you hear the scrape of metal as the little view box in the door opens up, and you see this figure on the other side. What you see standing before you seems to be some kind of man-dragon, wearing fine robes of blue and gold. You notice
yellow now.
the dragon creature itself is of a shiny gold color. They seem to be holding a series of books in their hands and a scroll that has been opened up with a ink quill pen held against it. Sorry, are you, let me check my list again. Insira Throatbiter, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I am the court representative for you. I will be your defense.
Okay.
Are you aware of where you are currently?
I figured a prison.
Yes, but do you know where the prison is that you are being held?
No.
Okay. You are currently being held in the Deepmoor Detention Facility. It is the capital of the North.
Okay.
You seem a bit confused. Is there anything I can do to help you?
I mean, I'm not confused. Lux Priesthood arrested us.
Yes, are you aware of the charges that are being presented against you for this arrest?
Some false bullshit.
I didn't ask if you were guilty or not. I asked if you were aware of the charges that are being levied against.
Murder, probably.
Yes. You are being charged of several counts of murder, counts of sedition against the North, treason against the King of the North, several other minor offences, including the murder of trolls, and insubordination and fraternization with wild tribes.
Okay.
Also being charged with apparently promoting an insurrection in a township. Is this correct?
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay. As your defense, I would suggest maybe not referring to creating open insurrection in a town as fun. It will not help your defense.
The others alive?
I have yet to visit them. The guards have not told me that anyone has perished. It's always good, so...
So you've got Floric.
I do not have the individual known as Floric.
Did they take the individual known as Floric?
I have no news on the individual under the name of Floric.
What about the knight?
The creature is being held in this detention facility with you.
That's good. Because, I mean, he's one of the group.
That individual is not mentioned in the charges. So...
He goes by the name Dar.
No, he does not.
Yeah, he does.
No, he does not.
Say what you want, it's Dar. The little fucking prick.
I'm not really allowed to talk about citizens. You're a criminal. I can't really talk about a citizen. Not fair. You are aware that there are no charges being levied against that individual, correct?
Of course there aren't.
I mean, they broke no law, really.
Anything else you need?
Is there anyone that you would want to perhaps me to get a letter from or a letter to regarding your current situations?
Okay, I'm gonna ask for some names because they're failing me right now, Hex. The orc that's now leading the one town.
Raul.
Get one to Raul of Ravens.
No.
What did we name it?
I don't know.
We named it Orcish for Freedom.
Yeah, I'm gonna look because it's on my list. Dahara.
Raul of Dahara. Who was the one leader of the town where we killed the trolls and made peace with the Northmen?
Captain Lin
Captain Lin
of Threshold. Threshold is the name.
Of Threshold.
Yeah.
And then, okay. God damn it. Leader of the Northmen.
Grey Wolf.
That last one may be a bit difficult, but the other two, at the very least, I can get. Is there anyone else? Family, perhaps? Brothers, sisters, husband?
Actually, yeah. Get something to my grandparents at the Wizards College.
Do you have their names? I'm assuming they are of Clan Throatbiter.
No, they're tieflings.
Well, I can't contact them without names.
Give me 1 second here. I have it written down somewhere.
We could say that you mention the name, and then when you
Yeah, okay, that works.
And he goes,
Yeah.
right, well, I've got that down. Is there anything else you require for me? I can see if I can try to put in a request for something.
Yeah. Also send a letter to the city where we were captured. I'm blanking on so many names today.
Olark.
Right, so, yeah,
Olark.
Yeah, Olark.
Send a letter to the people of Orlok. Particularly Captain Edward.
Okay, I'll get these letters sent out as quickly as I can. I'm only allowed to visit you once a day, so if you think of anything between now and my next visit, I recommend that you hold on to it, so that when we next communicate, we can discuss matters. I do need to begin preparing your defense.
Don't you need to talk to me to prepare my defense?
Yeah, I know, that's why I said I get to talk to you once a day, so I need to start preparing the defense, so if you need to talk to me about anything, remember
Are
what
Yaxper
it
and
is.
Neristine here?
The other
You already asked that.
No, they didn't.
No, I asked about
if you were alive.
Floric.
Yeah, you asked if you were alive, and they asked if Floric was here. Yes, the other individuals, colorfully referred to as the Reapers of Redemption, are being housed.
Applejuice Crusaders.
For legal defense, I feel like we shouldn't go with that.
I think it sounds better than Reapers of Redemption.
I prefer defendant over either of them, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah. So I take it Yak and Neristine are here?
Yes, as I stated, the other individuals of your group are housed here. I can't tell you what cells, but they are housed.
That's fine. Does Yak have his crab?
I cannot give you too much information regarding. There was no crab, however, picked up when you were arrested.
See if you can maybe get him his damn crab. He's probably losing his shit now.
I'm afraid that would be a no. We're not allowed for prisoners to have pets. Remember, you are being held for many crimes, including murder and treason. I don't think they're going to allow you to have a pet. I mean, they're keeping you in the attire that you have and keeping you away from items that you might use to end your own life. I don't think... I know, in fact, they would not allow you to have a pet.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
Give them my love. I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay.
Bye, bitch.
Individual moves away, and then we will go over to Insira. Insira, a series of time passes. You are not quite sure exactly how long. It may be a couple of hours. It may even be a day. It may be a couple of minutes. You do not know. You're wallowing on the bed, under the bed, is broken up by the sound of knocking coming from your door.
Jesus Christ, can't you let a girl get some sleep?
Not you.
Not you! I said
Oh, I thought you
Nearest
said. Oh, I thought you said Sierra. I'm
did,
sorry.
You did say it's 0 like 3 times.
Yeah, but I knew what you meant.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I changed the turn tracker. See?
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's
I
what
just heard
figured.
Insira and I assumed immediately.
So, Nearest thing, you hear the knocking. The first sound you heard that wasn't made by you.
I'm kind of lost in thought, just thinking over everything that's just been going on, and like it just. I've been giving Eleanor a lot of thought, trying for all that I'm worth to place her in my timeline where my family wronged her, how I can somehow right it without causing more wrong. And I'm snapped out of it by actually hearing noise.
Look at you trying to break the cycle of hate.
I know, it's fucking shocking.
Alright.
Yeah,
Me of all
loser.
people.
Yeah. The sound of knocking breaks the chain of thought.
I tell him to hold on. And
5 more minutes.
Un
And
momento, por favor.
I pull myself out from underneath the bed again. And I move over to the door. Who is it? What do you need?
Once you get over to the door, the
We don't want any.
the slit opens up. You see a golden dragon-like individual wearing fine blue robes of gold, holding a series of books and a open scroll. That appears to be writing on with a ink quill pen. You are Nearestine, correct?
I am. I don't believe I've ever seen a dragonborn before.
Yes.
Heard of you?
Some people consider us rare. We are not something that you see every day. Not in a situation like this either.
I can definitely say that it's interesting to finally see one.
Glad that you think so, even if our meeting is such in a manner as this.
I'm sorry for cutting off, but why are you here?
I am your defense attorney. Are you aware of where you are currently?
I am in a jail cell of some kind.
We're
Obviously.
all going to answer that like that.
I would imagine it has something to do with the Lux priesthood.
Mm-hmm. This is correct.
Where they've actually taken us, I don't know, because they knocked me unconscious before dragging me here.
Well, to fill in the gaps for you, you're being held in Deep Moor Keep. This is their detention facility. You are being held for the crimes of mass murder, attempted murder, several counts, the murder of trolls, the attempted treason, and there's a charge here about you attempting to look like a human. Do you have any knowledge of that?
Yes, actually, I do.
What is your knowledge of that? Bearing in mind, I am your defense.
My knowledge of that is I did try to pass myself off as a human due to the majority of races disliking my race.
You see, he
So I
frantically
found it.
starts writing this down.
So I found it easier to try and pass myself off as a lowly human,
This is good.
so
This is
as
good.
not to garner suspect from other people.
This is good. This is good. I can use this in the case. Maybe not refer to humankind as lowly humans, but the rest of that I can use. If you were attempting to take the guise of a human,
Even though I agree.
you were attempting to take the guise of a human to prevent racial motivated attacks against yourself. Good. Good. I can use this.
Can I roll history to see if I know where Deep Maw Keep is?
Yes, roll me history. And then if you work it out, yeah,
Probably not.
I'd say you saw maps recently of the area, so guess what it's time for? Something we haven't done in a long time. It's time to go back to the world map. So,
God, we haven't been here in forever.
this
Alright.
big old fucking building here, that is Deep Maw Keep. That is where you are right now. Before, you were here. This is Olark. This is Deep Maw Keep.
Ace Attorney, bitches.
Yes, you are in the lawyer Ace Attorney part of your adventure.
Ping it again.
So this is where you are. Deep Maw Keep.
There we go.
Okay.
So you would roughly know that you are in an area very close. You would know that Deep Maw is the it's like the capital of the north. It's where the Northern King lives.
Okay.
You would remember that. The dragon born would then say, while I'm at it, is there anything you require from me? I've already spoken to one of your companions by the name of Insira. They have informed me to say that they're thinking of you. They have requested that I send some letters. I'm obviously able to do the exact same for you. If there's anyone you would like me to send a letter or word to about your situation, I can do that.
God damn it! Who is the merchant? Shut up. The merchant is.
Oh, yeah.
What's the merchant's name again?
Trevor the Trader.
Trevor.
Why did I think I was going to say Victor, and I knew that wasn't right.
Trevor the Trader of the Merchant Guild, to be exact.
Yeah.
I would like one to be sent to Trevor, the trader of the Merchant Guild.
Ah, okay, that's interesting.
I would also like one to be sent to Alexander Dalish.
You don't need to worry so much about that. That gentleman is here in Deep Maw. I can try and arrange some time for him to speak to you if you would like.
Okay. As you are meant to be our defense attorney and you will be speaking to us, will there be a point in which we will be speaking together as a group, or will you only be speaking to us one-on-one?
The only time you will be allowed to remain in one room together where people are not afraid that you might cause murder and mayhem will be your trial date. Until then, I will be your only point of contact, I'm afraid. I can try to arrange certain individuals to see you, such as this Alexander Dalish, but for now, you and those with such serious charges tallied against them will not be allowed to converse.
Well, they've ensured that we can't do magic, and they have us pretty well restrained at all time. I don't think we pose much of a threat.
Yes, I understand as your defense. I understand that from this you seem as not much of a threat, but I think you have to also take into account that there is a lot of talk, a lot of fear about the crimes that you are said to have committed both in redemption and following the time after redemption. A lot of people are concerned. There is public fear that you are even here, even though you are held in such secretive and strict manners. There are people that are even now fearful that you may escape and run amok and murder many innocent people. So, to ensure that the public is not fearful or about to cause an upset with the governing bodies, they have decided to limit the people that you can speak to. I am one of them. I can request a few others, Alexander, like I've said, but there is no way that they will allow you to fraternize with your other team members.
It will make building a defense extremely difficult if we're unable to speak with each other as a group with you.
Oh, they don't want you to win.
Of course they don't.
So they will do anything to prevent us from building a strong defense.
If they don't want us to win, why are they even holding a trial? Why not just kill us?
Because the legality of this land says that a trial must be held, and that there must be at least an attempt at justice. I'm going to do my best for you, even with the strong limits that they are putting on me. Do not worry, I have already taken up many, many letters towards the king and the internal justice system to try to bring about change for the fact that you are being held in such strict conditions. But every time I have sent a letter, it has always been met with the same response of that these are required for the safety of the general public. I will continue to pursue this, but I'm just letting you know that this is the state of affairs.
Well, when you do speak to Yaxper, as I'm assuming you have not spoken to him yet, because you're still somewhat sane.
I have not spoken to the individual referred to as Yaxper.
Tell him from me that should Alexander speak to him, that Yaxper needs to tell him what happened.
He writes this down and then he stops and goes, what you're saying seems very ominous. I would question, knowing that I am your lawyer and therefore we are legally bound. Is this some kind of admittance of a crime?
That's up to him to decide.
Okay. I'm going to leave that last
God.
part out.
Kara.
No.
It's not a crime if I have not admitted to anything.
You haven't.
But you're telling fucking Yaxper to admit to it.
But
I'm telling Yaxper to tell Alexander.
Yes. So here's the thing.
It's
up to
really bad
Alexander
idea.
to explain it to anybody if he chooses to.
Your defense attorney is a very smart individual. They know that it sounds like you're saying to admit to a crime, but they know that you're smart enough to not say the phrase that you're admitting to a crime. So they're just letting you know by reading between the lines that they're saying, hey, this isn't admitting to a crime, because, if you said you were admitting to a crime, that'd be really bad. So he's just saying to you.
Kara, take it back, please.
No, it's already happened.
No, because Neristine, I am smart enough to know that chances are we're going to get out of this and continue. Neristine is smart enough. Shut up. Neristine is smart enough to know that this is heavily not in our favor.
No.
So Yaxper should attempt to go out with a clean conscience that happened.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. Because I've already planned out this is going to go.
He gives a nod and says, okay, is there anything else you would like to know?
Uh, just be upfront and honest with us about our chances.
They are slim. I'm not going to pretend. There is so much public outcry about this already that in itself is going to weigh heavily on the free judges, and it's going to be hard to convince them that you were not cold-blooded murderers. What's important to note is that your actions after the time of the massacre at Redemption, they have caught up to you. People are talking about the things that you have done, and it doesn't lend well to your defense. There are notes, he flips the notes, of you overrunning a town and declaring some kind of rebellion against its rulers and overthrowing them. This on itself is scaring people. They're worried that you are going to attempt to overthrow Deepmoor itself and to overthrow the King of the North themselves. So that in on itself is it's shining a bad light on you, is what I would say.
Are the 3 judges part of the priesthood?
No, they are not.
The priesthood probably got them in their pocket.
They might.
Where you are at the moment is considered northern territory. The Lux priesthood are allowed to move freely through here because they are seen as a force of good, and they are allowed a certain amount of privilege based on the feelings of the law and the king, but they do not hold any judicial power themselves, so they cannot arrest you or sentence you. They could have legally killed you, but they chose not to. I think perhaps they would rather see you imprisoned and sentenced to death rather than just kill you themselves. Yes, that's what's going on. None of the free judges are from the Lux priesthood. I believe one may hold true to the religion of Lux, but not actually be a member of the religious order itself.
Okay, so we at least theoretically stand a chance at neutrality, although very slimly.
Oh yes, there is a tiny slim chance. What we need to do is to reshape the public's opinion on you. If there's anything that your group can tell me that might put you in a favorable light to the public, that's what we need to do. We need to give you such a setup of being good people that have only the best interest of this land at heart, that when they look at you and see what you have shown that you have done, they stop and think, well, there is no way that these people could have massacred an entire township. It is not an easy task, but that is essentially what your defense is mounted upon.
Well, hopefully the letters that you are sending out, the people will come and help corroborate the stories of what we've actually been doing and the reasons as to why we've been doing it.
That would be ideal if you provide these individuals and they come forward as character witnesses for you and the other members of your group. That will help. That is exactly what we need. That these are the names and individuals who can attest to your good character. That's what I need. But we need to be careful about who we pull as a character witness. Your companion in Syrah suggested a man by the name of Grey Wolf. This is not someone that we want as a character witness. He is technically, in the eyes of the Northern King, a treasonous war band leader. We can't really invite him into Deepmore, and even if we did, people would not view well on you if they would say good things about you.
I'm assuming she also wanted to invite Captain Lin.
Yes, Captain Lin is on the list. This is a good character witness. This is someone that has been seen as defending the northern lands from the barbarian horde. So an individual like that would be good as a character witness. Some people in this town consider her a hero.
You cannot have Captain Lin as a character witness without Grey Wolf as a character witness for our story.
Why? Please explain.
The two of them are intertwined as far as our journey goes in making peace for both their tribes. The tribe of the north that he represents and Threshold.
We are, as a governing body, unaware of this. Are you telling me that Captain Lin has formed an alliance with a northern warband leader?
Not so much an alliance. It is more just it is an uneasy peace that allows for a trading of goods.
So there is trade going on between the two of them.
There is trade.
Okay.
What has gone on since we've left, we do not know. We have not heard.
Okay. As your defense, don't speak about that to anyone. That's treason. The act of Captain Lin forming a treaty of peace with a northern warband leader without informing the northern government and the king and then dealing in trade, it is technically treason.
Whoops.
We may need to rethink Captain Lin as a character.
We fucked. We are so fucked.
I rest my head up against the door, and if we can't have Captain Lin, we can't talk about the trolls either.
Well, here's the problem. The council has already provided a witness, a guard from Threshold that has mentioned that you killed trolls. So they already have a witness to say that they know that this took place.
Did they say why it took place?
That they present that you were paid by a governing body to do it. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that you were paid by Captain Lin to kill those trolls, correct?
The trolls were attacking nearby farmlands. She had sent guards up to try and deal with the problem. The guards were killed.
See, this is where the problem lies, Nerstein. Your defense against killing the trolls is that you were hired legally to perform that duty in defense of the North. However, the court will then ask for the governing body that hired you to do that to attend. It would be Captain Lin. If Captain Lin attends, she is then likely to be asked questions about your activities. And if she talks at all and doesn't mention that she has formed a legal alliance with Grey Wolf, she will have perjured herself. And if she does admit that she has formed a illegal alliance with Grey Wolf, she would have been on the stand admitting treason. So you see that your defense opens up numerous other crimes for you and others to be charged.
But how does their alliance doom our case? It's our helping them make peace so as not to kill each other.
Yes, but you're not understanding.
Should not cause us to be guilty.
But okay, you need to stop. Think a second. Grey Wolf is seen by the Northern King as
I understand that.
The prosecution will argue that you got Captain Lin to form an alliance with Grey Wolf. You have facilitated treason. You have facilitated treason on a northern territory. The prosecution will then state that you have an intent to destabilize the North. Look at your actions, but not through your eyes. Look at it through the eyes of the prosecution. You attack Redemption. You murder numerous people. You then disappear, only to reappear and form an illegal treasonous alliance between one of its hero citizens and, for lack of a better term, barbarians. Then you travel to another northern town and start an open insurrection against its governing body. Can you see how the prosecution has what would be the term? A slam dunk of a case against you.
What is a slam dunk?
What's basketball?
It's done in a game where you get a ball and you dunk it through a sideways hoop.
I don't know sports.
So what I'm saying is, it's a ace in the hole for them. It's giving them exactly what they want. They want to prove that you are nefarious, murderous monsters that only want to see the North burn, and by giving them an opportunity to create a story where all you've done is facilitate the collapse of the North, you give the prosecution exactly what they want.
What's the problem?
Poor fucker got the wrong case.
But if that were the case, why are we as a team building alliances for peace, freeing towns from overbearing, overtaxing military rule, and then leaving?
He's just on his knees. Please stop talking.
They would argue that your ultimate goal is to bring down the king of the North, and remember that a regime that I shouldn't use that word, a governing body that you see as being bad, overtaxing, militarizing, that governing body was still one that was was signed in by the king, officiated by the king, it just goes to one side versus the other, opinion versus opinion. They will state the facts that they have, and it will make you look worse. It makes you look like you're trying to rebel against the King of the North.
But if we're rebelling, why are we not constantly rebelling?
I mean,
Why are we going to a place doing something that would seem as a rebellion and then leaving and then doing something completely different and then going to another town and quote unquote rebelling
it would.
and then going somewhere completely different and doing something completely different? If we're rebelling, why are we not always rebelling?
It kind of seems like you are, to an extent.
Are we?
Based on the information you've given me and the information the prosecution has presented.
What did we do in Olark?
This is the newest case. There's very little information for Olark at the moment. The most of information that I've been presented has been given about a township that is now apparently renamed itself to Dahara, even though it was listed on maps as Carrigan Town and Freshhall. These are the most notable areas.
That is why we need you to also get in touch with Edward and Leopold, because they need to tell you what it is we did in Olark.
Edward? Do you know a second name for this individual?
Did he have a second name?
He did. Roll me a history check, and I'll see if your character can remember it. It would make sense for your character to possibly remember it, even though you don't. Edward Black is his name.
Okay. Edward Black. He is a captain of one of the fishing vessels in Olark. Leopold is his first mate.
You see the Dragonborn place both his hands on his head. You're telling me that you have worked with Edward Black, a pirate murderer?
I hate you so much.
Edward Black? Does anyone know who Edward Black is? You're telling me the one defense that you want me to go and get to say that you're not causing a Northern insurrection is with a known pirate?
You can get everybody in.
I knew he was gonna turn out to be a pirate, cause it's fucking Blackbeard.
So what you guys know is that he seemed very pirate-ish. He made references to possibly being a pirate, but you know for a fact that he has settled down and is just being a fishing captain. But the world doesn't know that. The world sees him as
Hex has made it impossible for us to win this.
You do know.
I feel like we've certainly helped stack the case against our favor.
You do now have that moment where you go back and you think you were doing all these really good things, but suddenly, if you look at it from the point of view of the Northern government, all the things you've been doing are really bad.
Well, to be fair, the Northern government shit.
Yes,
Fuck
it is. Yes, it is. I 100% agree with you. They are shit. But what I'm saying is, you're now in prison, and the things that you did is good.
I knew it was going to be
They look bad towards other people.
Here's the thing. Can you get the dragon to stop by in Sierra's cell again,
No.
perchance?
No, he's only allowed to visit you once a day. He's only allowed to visit you once a day.
I'm going to send you a question, Hex.
Go ahead.
We literally only knew him as a fishing captain. That's all he ever presented himself as. He never asked us to do anything unscrupulous, a nothing underhanded, nothing. He asked us to go out with him on a fishing voyage once because no one else would offer their services as bodyguards due to the fact that Olark was under attack by creatures, and no one dared to go out to the waters to fish, and those who would could not get people brave enough to offer protection for those that were fishing. We stepped up and we offered protection for him in exchange for a place to sleep.
Dude's gonna walk up to my cell and be like, "You're on your fucking own, man."
Fucking quit, man. I'm a public defender, man.
We then took it upon ourselves.
Better call Saul, but dragon.
We took it upon ourselves to rid the town of what was causing these creatures to manifest themselves and cause havoc upon the citizens. So if you don't want to call on Edward as a witness, call literally every other member of that town if you want to.
It's just it's hard because if I bring Edward here, I'm pretty sure Edward still is wanted on piracy crimes. If I bring him into Deepmore, he may not even get a chance to testify as a witness against you. For you.
What about his first mate?
Leopold.
Yes.
Was this individual scarred by any chance?
Yes.
I think you can probably put 2 and 2 together on this. You're a smart individual.
I am a smart individual. That does not necessarily mean that he did not pick up Leopold once he seemingly went straight.
If my information is correct, and this is on memory, an individual named by Leopold who was specifically scarred down one side of his face was an individual who worked piracy with Edward Black as his first mate. It seems like, while I believe that your story of him moving over to being a fishing captain, it seems like Leopold has just remained as his first mate, just transferring over from pirate to fishing first mate. Again, I'm pretty sure Leopold is wanted for crimes of piracy and murder.
And murder.
Did anyone else physically witness you killing these monsters?
Alexander did.
Okay, well, I will try to get this Alexander Dalish as a character witness. See if they can help.
We had another person with us, but unfortunately he died.
Okay. That won't help, I'm afraid.
I understand it won't help.
I can only see you all once a day as a warning. So if there's anything that you can think of in the space,
just know that Alexander is a scribe. He writes down everything that he sees.
I see. That's good. That's good. If there's written proof of it, and he can attest to it, it's essentially a witness thing.
If he's seen it, he's most likely had it written down.
That's good.
So
that's literally witness statements upon witness statements.
So he's honestly are going to be our best, most recent character witness.
Perfect. You have a fantastic character witness. This is good. This is good. Wait, hold on. You told me to tell Yak to tell Alexander something.
That's up to
Kara!
Shut up. That is up to Yaxford if he wants to tell him. If
Okay.
Yaxford doesn't want to tell him, he doesn't have to tell him.
Okay.
If you think it is in our best interest not to relay what I said to him, then don't do it.
Legally, I have to. Right. Okay. Well, I've got notes down for what you want me to do. I'll see to it. Is there anything I can do for you in the meantime? Any personal family that I could contact? Other friends, siblings, lovers, anything that I can try to do for you.
Chances are you're never going to be able to find anybody I want you to contact because it involves going to the Underdark.
Yes, that will probably.
As for things that I would personally want, am I allowed to have a book?
I can try. What kind of book are you looking for?
Just any kind of book to read to pass the time.
I will see what I can do. That maybe I can do because I can argue that you're not likely to be able to commit suicide with a book, or likely to murder anyone with a book. You have no writing utensils. You can't use it to inscribe any kind of magic or anything. If I ask even if I ask the governing bodies for a book that they will allow you to have, that might work as well, because then it can't be a book with any hidden messages or hidden meanings. If it's one that they've approved, that would you accept something if it's something that they've approved?
Sure, as long as it gives me something to do.
Okay, I'll try my best.
I appreciate it.
Anything else? Because I'm not going to see you until tomorrow.
I can't think of anything.
Okay, well, I know it can be hard in there. Just try to keep yourself together. Try to think positive. I'm going to try my best for you all. You're not making it any easier, but
I've dealt with far worse.
the Dragon Ball gives you a nod and then disappears. Goes off towards death.
Quick, will we be able to get to tomorrow in this session, Hex?
Maybe, but you probably won't get a chance to speak to your lawyer again.
Damn it.
Okay.
So, yeah, you hear a knocking on your door. What do you do?
Well, he's under the bed, cowering and shaking and vibrating, and he's lost his mind.
What mind?
Roll me a perception check at disadvantage, then. We'll see
Hell,
if you can hear
yeah,
it.
it's a disadvantage.
We'll see if you can hear it.
Advantage.
You can hear something. You don't know exactly where it's coming from or what it is, but you think you hear something.
He's shaking. He didn't even get on the bed. He's under the bed. He's. Don't tell me how long it's been yet, but he thinks it's been days.
You don't. I haven't told you. It could have been days.
No, that's what I said. Don't tell me. Don't tell me yet. He thinks it's been days, maybe weeks. Yeah. So he's under there, and he doesn't hear shit. He's like a warbling mess.
A little bit of time goes by, and then banging starts again on the door.
Was that sound the creaking of it opening?
No, it's not opening. That was someone's actual door, I think. But no, you hear knocking, and then it stops, and then maybe a couple of seconds, you don't know, goes by. An infinite amount of time, an infinity of time, a lifetime of time goes by, and then you hear it knock again.
The sounds! Where are they coming from? Oh no! The walls are closing in! What am I gonna do?
Roll me a normal perception check now.
And he dies.
Oh, this is great.
It is great, I'm loving it. It's a really good roleplay session so far. And I haven't even got to the really meaty stuff yet. You hear knocking that sounds like it comes from towards the door.
I at least finally got an idea what to do with Zero for this.
Good. And then I'm going to ruin it in a minute.
Then I'll just not do it. Like, I just won't do it. Fuck it.
They're finally here! They've come to execute me! You, please! I'm too young to die! I have family! I have a crab to take care of!
Knock.
Man, that fucking lawyer is impatient as shit.
Yeah, he is. His day's gotten gradually worse with every person he's visited.
He kind of crawls. Who is
Really
there?
more impatient. I answered immediately.
You open. No, I didn't. No, I didn't say like it's gotten worse. It's that every person he's spoken to has made the situation harder for him. It's what it is.
I kind of assumed he would just come in at a certain point.
No, he slides. He slides as soon as you go up to the door and the little panel on it slides open. And he goes, "Are you okay?"
I've been here for so long. I don't know what the sun looks like anymore. I just want my crab and my friend.
How long do you... Right, calm down. How long do you think you've been in there for?
I don't know. You can't tell time at a certain point anymore. I don't even have so much as a sundial in here. Maybe weeks, maybe months, maybe years.
It's 4
I don't
hours.
even know anymore.
It's been 4 hours.
Oh. It's kind of feels like the room shifted a little bit. You sure the walls haven't like closed in just a little bit?
No,
Just a little.
I can 100% confirm to you that the walls have not and cannot close in physically. And maybe just in your mind.
What about the ceiling? Can it like drop down spikes? Anything?
No.
Oh, okay. I guess. Okay. Okay. Hello.
Hello, Yaxpo.
Oh, I'm just getting a good look at you now. Hello.
Hello.
I don't think I've met many of your kind before.
I've been hearing that a lot today.
Oh.
It's not a bad thing. It's fine.
Hopefully you're not here to announce. Hopefully you're not here to announce my execution.
I mean, I'm here to try to prevent that, but if
that's great news.
If that's what the jury votes, I will be the person to tell you. That helps.
Oh,
I don't think that helps. But...
I mean, I guess we're going to see which one we get first then.
So,
okay.
I'm your defense attorney.
Oh, well, that's helpful. Hi, have you?
Hello.
Are the others okay? Have you talked to them? Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I have spoken to some of your other group. Yes, they are dealing with this situation as best they can in several different ways.
Oh, well, I guess I hope they told you things that were helpful and make this process easier on you and make it expedient and we all get to.
No. Your case is. It's the toughest case of my life. I'm not gonna hold back. This is the toughest case of my life.
I see. Okay. What's the list of, I mean, is it like a group list of offenses, or is it like by person? What have I done? Because, last I checked, I was just like kind of racially profiled, but no, that's besides the point.
Well, I mean, according to your list of offenses, apart from aiding and abetting murderers, there are multiple counts of murder. There's a count of border hopping. Do you know about this?
What? Hey! Listen. Sometimes I leave my house and I go looking for things because I have to, I'm trying to learn things about the world, and sometimes I don't always know all the rules and such. But I try to keep.
That's not a defense.
No, I know it's not, but I try my best to keep the knowledge of the things going on around me. I don't just do things blindly, but I guess I might have done something without realizing.
Also, I meant to mention this to your other companions, but there's a legal record found that you were legally transferred over to indentured servitude. Did someone free you from indentured servitude?
Trying to remember.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a very simple question.
Okay.
Did someone sign a piece of paper saying legally you are free?
To be honest, I don't keep track of these things, but I'm going to say it's not impossible, but maybe not improbable that it didn't happen.
It's not wise to lie to your own defense lawyer, right? Like, you get that.
To be perfectly honest, I'm just a forgetful person. I'm being as honest as I can be.
That's not a defense for you.
I know it's not helping.
What I'm saying is that if you do not present that you were bought and then legally freed, you have technically committed another crime.
What about the crime of slavery?
Okay. You're a fireball guy. I mean, you can finish. The rule system of the North dictates that if someone has committed a crime, they have therefore given away their rights to freedom. So if a slaver trade that legally operates in the North and has a certificate to prove that they are legally allowed to operate in the North finds a criminal who have committed a heinous enough crime, they can legally sell you into indentured servitude. So what happened was that you committed a crime, crossing a border, and a group of slavers saw you, recognized that you had committed a crime because there was a warrant out for your arrest, and did their legal duty of putting you into indentured servitude. There was no.
Why are we just up on slavery?
Because you're a criminal, you're considered to not have rights.
I don't know. It kind of seems like maybe not the best societal plan to me. I don't know.
I mean, this is the society we live
in. Maybe someone should rewrite some of those rules. I don't know.
Okay, let's be careful. Let's be careful. Treason's already on the list of crimes.
I'm not saying me. I'm not saying I would influence. I'm saying maybe someone should look at the rules. I can't have an opinion.
No. You can't
shit.
You can't state that opinion when one of the crimes that you're being charged with is treason against Northern rule.
Okay. Fine, keep going.
I need to coach all of you before you go to trial, because otherwise you're just gonna end up with more sentences, more crimes attached than when you started with.
Am I allowed to ask you questions now, or
Yes, you can.
is that a thing for later?
No, you can ask.
Okay. Okay. Like, gosh, now I don't even know if asking you this is gonna make things worse. Ugh. Do you have opinions on slavery in general?
I believe that the law states that if you've committed a heinous enough crime, you have foregone your right to freedom.
And if the law didn't say that?
So, answer me this, Yaxper. If
Okay.
someone commits a crime, what do you think should happen to that person?
They should go to jail and serve time for it. Slavery seems a bit excessive.
What is the difference between going to jail, working in jail where you get no money, living in squalid conditions that the government gives you, and being a slave?
Wait, do slaves get money?
No, but neither do prisoners.
Okay, I misinterpreted that. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kind of fucked up to own people, that's all.
Are you not owned by the government when you're a prisoner? Message.
I mean...
Just getting any of those like people that possibly think that I'm not left just out. Like, get those views out. Get those viewers out. Kick them away.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like... I mean... I don't even know if I would say that the government should necessarily own you just because you're in prison. You're just there because you're serving your time, you know.
But right, when you're in prison, do you get to do anything you want to do?
No, of course not. But that just means I'm being kept in a place, not necessarily for my own good, but for the good of the people that don't want to be around people who committed crimes. Doesn't necessarily mean that I am owned. I mean, I understand what you're saying, that in the law of the society that you are talking about, that it states that I'm being owned. I'm just saying that, maybe that doesn't need to... It wouldn't necessarily be the way it's written out in every society, you know?
The way that the governing body of the North sees that if you are indentured servitude, you are just a prisoner fulfilling their sentence for a private citizen.
Okay, let me ask a question, because obviously I'm off on my slave trade economics, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Is being a slave a thing that has a time limit that runs out and then you're just free? Or is it you are a slave forever?
Well, no, I mean, it depends on your crime. Because you get a
No,
sentence.
of course you have a sentence of some kind, but
Yeah.
my point was just, is there generally an option of it being a limited time thing?
Yes.
And can the owner that I'm given to decide, actually, no, I like this slave. I know their time's up, but I like them, and I'm not giving them up.
No.
Are they allowed to do that?
No,
Not allowed?
They can't. That's why I asked if you were given freedom papers.
Okay. Well, I don't think I was freed. I don't really know if I know. I'm trying to remember. That was a while ago. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
I'm just gonna put
Oh my
no.
god.
I'm just gonna put no down on this scroll so my defender can get some defense ready for that. Right, I have a message from you from one of your companions in regard to
Okay.
opening up to Alexander Dalish about something. I don't know what this means, and for legal reasons, I don't want to know what it means. But
No, I know who. I'm just not really sure what she could mean. Thinking.
apparently they said to
I'm sure
open up about something.
I'm sure it'll come to me.
Do you actually think your character? All right, are you joking or do you think your character?
I think he's. Well, one, I do register him as generally forgetful, but I think he's too frazzled right now.
I'm gonna say no because you literally. Alright, Devon, I'm gonna pause a second. You're frazzled. You literally killed a man's dad and then had that person bawl their eyes out to you about the fact that they don't know where their dad is, who is dead, and they don't fully know how they died.
I ain't saying Yoxper's the smartest guy.
No, and I'm not saying that it's a matter of intelligence. I'm saying, as god of this realm, your character would remember that. I understand. Okay. I understand what you're saying, and I get your point. But this isn't a goblin that you killed 7 levels back. This is a important person that you know was a well-known writer, you know was famous, and then you've also met his son, who has made emotional outbursts towards you.
We'll say it clicks right then.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I probably shouldn't talk about that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't want to know if you want to speak to Alexander about it. I'm going to try and see if he can be brought in as a witness and try and see if he can be brought in as a guest that you can speak to.
Oh. To be honest, I wasn't even sure I was ever going to see him again. I figured he probably would have gotten, I don't know, taken away or brought somewhere else away from us.
As far as I'm aware, he's in Deep Mall, the area that you're located right now.
Oh, okay. I kind of thought I probably wasn't going to see him again.
No. He's here, at the very least, and at the moment, he looks like one of the few character witnesses that might actually be able to help this trial.
Well, okay then.
Is there anything I can get for you? Any help? Any, I mean, you're not allowed a lot of things, obviously, but I could try. If you tell me something that you want.
To be honest, there's only one thing I want, but I don't think I'm going to get it, so I'll just ask a question so I understand why I can't get it.
Go ahead.
Is there... So I have this crab, but he's kind of like a magical crab. He's not actually... Think of it, it's not like traditional magic, right? So he generally bypasses most anti-magic fields when it comes up, but he's not popping out here. So there must be some kind of crazy magic protection on this place, right?
Yes.
What's going on with that?
Yes, the walls lined in this cell is a pure material that blocks out magic, but not only that, it has been polarized. Meaning that it blocks out magical abilities. So,
I guess that would probably be good for a jail cell.
Yes, it's very hard to come by, but obviously the king has managed to facilitate the construction of a series of cells where it is possible to use.
How big is this jail, and how many of those special cells are there? Because it seems like that stuff wouldn't be easy to set up.
You are detained in a part of the cells. I have to be careful about what I say here, so just bear with me.
That's fair enough.
You are essentially detained in the special case unit where these specific cells with polarized anti-magic exist. There are a total of 18 cells that contain this special.
Wow. That's actually more than I thought that would be.
Yeah. It took considerable expense to create these, and you can see that perhaps that shows in some of the other facilities that you have.
Okay. Right. Did you list all the crimes, or just
No,
did we sidetrack at water hopping?
The list is very long.
Oh. Okay.
Some of the highlights are treason, insurrection, not paying taxes.
That's one's fair.
You want me to just say that you want to
Okay, let me rephrase. Let me rephrase that. What I'm saying is, I pay what people tell me to pay, and I don't skimp. But if someone tells me the wrong thing, I'm not gonna know.
Okay.
I trust them. I trust them to tell me what I'm paying. I don't skimp.
What I'm saying is that you have a very long list of crimes, and I do have to speak to at least one other of your companions today. So I kind of don't have time to go through all of the crimes, honestly.
Oh, okay. Who have you not spoken to?
I believe there is a elven creature in your group referred to as Hera. They are the last individual on my list.
Oh, I hope she's okay. I hope they're all okay.
This one has been causing particular problems, but I can't go into too much detail.
She's a very tough one. I would. It's obviously not coming into ourselves to talk to us. I would just say, don't make her mad. I'll just say that.
I don't know if she can be mad in the state that she's in at the moment.
I've thought that about her more than once, but trust me, she's more than capable in any state.
I will be cautious with her, but yes, I'm afraid you were asking about your crab friend. I'm assuming that you were going to request to have him with you.
I imagine. Well, I would, but it sounds like that would literally mean removing the walls themselves. So I doubt that's reasonable.
Yes, I can request it, but essentially, I open and honest with you, Mr. Yaxper, it would almost instantly be laughed at, and
yeah. No, I get it. They're not gonna. I mean, I guess they could put me in a lesser cell, but I don't think that's gonna happen either.
I think the concern would be that you would then possibly be able to break out from a lesser. So.
Can't blame you for that assumption. Between you and me, I don't think I'm really a breakout expert, though.
I didn't think so either. They always think the worst.
Yeah.
If there is anything else that you need,
Is it? I think I'm good. Is there anything you felt like you missed?
Not right now, but I will return to you in a day or so, and
Okay.
we will be able to recommune then. If there's anything you think of between now and then, just keep it in your brain, and you can bring it up to me next time we speak.
I guess I should ask if there's like food coming. I guess.
Yes, you will. You will get a meal a day.
Okay. All right. Thank you for trying your best. What was your name again?
Oh, I didn't give my name. I would reach out and shake your hand, but obviously for obvious.
I get it.
My name is King.
King?
Yes, King.
Oh.
King Ghidorah.
I fucking knew it as soon as you said fucking king, you bastard.
Yes, this is your golden dragonborn defense attorney, King Ghidorah.
Surprised you didn't make it King Gee as the first name.
No, that's King Ghidorah. So King, and then G.I. is his middle name, and Dora is his last name.
Which head is he most like?
Oh, we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
This was I hinted at a long time ago when Sam was in the campaign that there was a character that I really wanted to see Sam's reaction to, and it was King Ghidorah being your defense attorney.
Oh my gosh.
I was waiting because I was like, it's Sira. Didn't ask his name. Okay. Nerestine. Didn't ask his name. Okay, I might not get it in this episode. You might have to get it in another one. And then you did, and I was like, yeah.
It's okay. We can clip this for Sam.
We can clip this time and be like, hey Sam, look at this dumb shit you missed. And he could be like, okay. Anyway, so at that point, King Ghidorah goes off. I'm so happy about it. You have no idea. I'm so happy that the King Ghidorah payoff has finally happened. Right. So we're gonna do some very small little extra bits, which will go into the role play, and I'm still requiring you to do the
chance to eat.
Yes. So yes, this will be a good chance for you to eat. So, Caitlin, you go to sleep, right? You said you were trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to sleep, and then unknown amount of time passes, and out of nowhere, you hear the hatch on your door open, and you hear something drop onto the ground inside your cell.
Okay.
And then you hear the hatch suddenly close again. What do you do?
She's gonna look at what dropped.
So you're getting up and you're gonna go look, or you're gonna look from where you are?
For sure.
I guess she'll get up, yeah.
Okay.
Back over to my side.
Right. So you look down on the ground, and there seems to be a piece of paper folded several times to make like a little like a paper parcel.
Huh?
Like, so it's a little piece of paper.
Yeah.
It's been folded a bunch of times to make like a little paper parcel.
Okay. She'll open it.
You would see in there is a single gold coin. But it is not any kind of currency that you have ever seen.
Okay. Would she maybe know of it from like a book?
No.
Okay.
What do you do with this strange coin?
Well, she don't really have any place to put it. She got no pockets.
It's
Shit.
chocolate.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I refreshed the damn page to connect again, so I gotta put this back up. Sorry.
Okay.
History.
So, as you're holding this, you're like, why on earth would someone drop a paper parcel with a single coin? And like, it's not a coin I can spend. It's not a coin that I recognize. And then you stop and you think a second, and for some reason, you have this very vivid memory of a previous time you were asleep, and an individual telling you that maybe in the future you should just eat it.
Oh, fuck. She's gonna eat it.
You eat the coin. Roll me a con save.
Of course.
I want to see if you can swallow the coin.
It's copper. You get copper poisoning.
It's gold. It's not copper. It's pure gold. Okay, so it's a hard time. You try to swallow it and you bring it back up, and then you're like, oh no. And you try again. It takes you about 2-3 times before you actually solidly swallow the gold coin, and you get this horrific coppery taste in your mouth, and you're like, why the fuck did I just swallow a coin? And then you start to feel dizzy, and the room starts to spin, and then you collapse.
Okay.
It was poisoned.
And then you awaken.
Oh, which bad touch asshole am I getting?
You awaken. Where's your? Hold on, I just gotta grab your character. You awaken with you in that wonderful place that you absolutely love visiting of Chaos's Forest, the Forest of Chaos. What do?
Hey, Caitlin. All I'm saying is our case isn't looking too good right now. If the god wants to offer you a deal, I think we might have to at least consider it.
No, because Hex said that wasn't gonna work.
No. I didn't know. Stop. Okay.
You said you did say
I
that
said
you were
the
gonna like.
phrase, "You can try," is the phrase I said.
No, before that, like when I said I had a good idea, and you said I'm gonna mess with it.
Yeah, because that's a joke that I always make, Caitlin. You can't.
Oh, okay. I thought you were serious.
No, that's a
Caitlin,
joke
you
I've
have
made
to
multiple
stop
times.
taking everything so fucking
I'm
serious.
just saying, our case is looking pretty bad. If the god has a deal, at least think about it.
Sarah goes. Okay, which one of you is it this time?
Right. So I can't remember which which one I used for this. I think it was just the echo. Did I use the echo one for the other god? Was Echo
I
the
don't know. I mean, it was kind of, I guess. I don't know soundboard stuff.
Fuck it. This is the voice now. Is this all good? Can you hear this? Is this good?
Yeah, this wasn't it. This wasn't it.
This wasn't it.
It was definitely not it. It kind of sounded like really deep and fucking creepy.
It was like bassy.
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yep, that one's it.
There you go.
There's the bad touch.
No,
Bad
not the
touch,
bad.
sorry.
There's a second bad touch is what this should be. So, you hear a voice echoing in the forest and go, I'm glad that you actually chose to eat it. I didn't think that you would. But the fact that you did, well, that just inspires confidence within me.
Not the worst thing I've ate.
What is the worst thing that you ate?
My grandparents.
I mean, I guess some would consider that worse, but I don't know if I personally would. But, some do.
Depends on your taste buds, I suppose.
I have
So what did...
kept an eye on your predicament. It's not very good, is it?
No. But rarely is.
No. It really is. And right now, especially, it's not. But I may be able to offer some help, but not in the escape kind, not in the dramatic blow the doors off and get you out kind, but in another way, if you wish to accept it.
What's the offer?
Well, what you ate was a chaos coin. Very rare kind of currency. But it's only ever used in this world, not your world.
Okay.
Once you've used it, like you have, it allows you to mentally exist in this world, and not just in the confines that chaos has allowed you to before. See, this wasn't chaos bringing you here. This is you being able to use the gift that was given to you. Come.
Okay.
You would notice that at this point you blink. You're a person. You blink, and then as you blink, a figure appears across.
Okay, let's see. Yep, bad touch.
This is
Bad touch.
an extremely Harlequin-esque figure. They are very. This image is like just like a close-up kind of thing. They are very tall. They're about 12 foot tall. They have the big dangly Harlequin hat on, long flowing green hair. They're wearing this kind of strange, kind of cloaked overcoat of dark blues and reds. They appear to have no facial features, but have just a pure kind of marionette face and very long, spindly limbs. And they're standing across from the fire, and they give you a friendly bow.
And Sarah nods her head. Dig the outfit.
Well, thank you. I made it myself. It's technically my flat.
What did you say for the last part, Hex?
It's technically my flesh.
Interesting. Save on clothes money.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that the people of the desert would appreciate it. You've not been known to wear the flesh of your enemies, the skin.
Sometimes.
It's good to not have someone judge for something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so I can come here now.
They take a seat on the bench, on the wooden log, and put one spindly leg over the other, placing their hands on it. And they give you like a nod with a very disturbing smile.
Yes, you can come here now when you sleep or when you're unconscious, and your mind can be allowed to do things that your body cannot. But the plus side is that while you're here, everything you experience, be it because it is experienced by your spirit, still affects your body.
Okay, you cut out a little bit, but basically whatever she experiences there affects her body.
Yes, whatever she experiences here affects your body. So while you still get rest, your body still rests while you're here. Because your spirit experiences stuff here, those are transferred to your body.
Okay. She nods at that.
Any skill that you learn here is a skill that your body will remember, because your soul remembers it.
Neat trick.
It is a very neat trick for anyone that is able to transfer their essence to a place like this. You need two things. First, to be a chosen one, someone marked by chaos, and then to obtain the coin, and to be able to swallow the coin. It was funny that it took you a few times, but you got it in the end.
Yeah. Metal doesn't seem to go down as easy. Well, gold doesn't seem to go down as easy.
Put chocolate in them next time, asshole.
Now,
Uh,
go on.
have you decided to tell me your name? Or something I can call you, at least?
Bark.
Just checking.
Good.
Was,
Yep.
Did it actually get said?
No. I'm looking because there's different aliases, so I'm checking one of the aliases.
For now, you can just call me Disorder.
Disorder. Alright. Chaos and disorder. I seem to pick unique gods to interact with.
Well, it's more that they seem to pick you.
Yeah, true. Out of curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
do you think they'd let a husband testify at his wife's trial?
Yes, if the husband agreed to testify.
Oh, I have a funny idea, even if it doesn't work.
Oh, do tell, I love funny ideas.
Bring chaos to a trial.
I'll trade you the ass of a furbolg in exchange for our freedom.
I appreciate the idea, but what makes you think that Chaos will agree?
I don't know, maybe the fun of it? How often do gods attend trials?
It's a play.
What if I said there was a way this could happen? I don't think you would like the way.
What would be the way?
Well, you're aware of the way that a god can enter the mortal realm, correct?
A pregnancy. I doubt I can have a miracle birth by the time my child occurs.
Oh no, it wouldn't be a miracle. You not remember what I said? Anything that happens here affects you physically in the other world.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I ask you, if you wanted chaos to show up bad enough, would you allow chaos to use a godly quirk? I think you're smart enough to know what that means, and I already know that you know the price it would be paid for that child's birth.
But I wouldn't give birth in time.
The children of the gods do not gestate or age like a normal mortal would.
It's a fucking play.
Why does Chaos never actually let his children live?
It's not that he chooses. It's that once he takes over them, their bodies burn out and die.
But he can choose not to take over them.
But then that's giving away an opportunity to enter your world.
It is, but it's also a very interesting form of chaos.
You're trying to play his game. He doesn't like it when you try to play his game. Trust me. I know.
Because you like to play his game?
Because I play his game.
Why doesn't he like it when others play?
Because he thinks that he should be the only one that gets to play.
Mm.
He likes
That's
to be
no fun.
the center of attention.
Game's no fun if you have no one to play with.
He doesn't see it as that way. He sees it as being a stage. If he's the only actor on the stage, the world's eyes are only on him.
So he wouldn't just be able to show up at some form? Fortuna was able to. Vera's been able to.
Fortuna is a special case. You don't talk about the depart in such bad way. You must understand that Fortuna is no longer in this world. What you have come across is fragments of her consciousness that has faded just as quickly as you found it. If you wanted any kind of actual individual there for a trial, you wouldn't be able to do that. Vera requires specific circumstances to be met, to be summoned, and can still choose not to be summoned.
Is there another way you might suggest I could possibly get him to do it?
Not that I can think of.
I suppose to say who's to say he'd be any use in the trial anyway.
That is a point. Chaos may simply use your weak opportunity to get what they want and to obtain a new vessel. They may not even turn up at the trial, or they may turn up at the trial and pretend that you forced them to do it.
Very true.
Or even take the side of the prosecution
It's a very real possibility. What would you maybe suggest then?
I, personally, would suggest that you follow the course, allow the ebb and flow to happen, and to see if an opportunity arises to take it, to take your freedom and to leave. I advise you to free your mind when you can. Seek this place as your playground from your cage. While you are here, I can offer you assistance in focusing on your abilities, giving you insight into how to use them and how to play the game.
What's in it for you?
I don't want chaos around anymore. I think it's time
Oh.
chaos flickers off this mortal coil or more, this immortal coil. He's got to be star of the show for far too long.
Who would that leave you to play with, though?
Oh, I don't play with chaos. I play to get rid of chaos. For all my jest, for my fun that I have with him, my goal is to get rid of him. It is time that the old gods pass on and allow for newer, more vibrant ways of thinking.
How many newer gods are there?
Hundreds, probably thousands. There's enough of us waiting in the wing, watching, hoping for our chance to shine.
Wouldn't getting more worshippers get you power?
It's a road I've already begun. Who do you think slipped you the coin after all?
Oh no, I figured it was you.
I can't enter the mortal coil just the same way the chaos can't. But I have a companion, a noble individual, a player for my troupe on the stage. They slipped you that coin, and they waited to see if you would swallow it, to see if you would come here, and they will aid you in ways that I can't in the real world.
At this point,
Would it?
Sorry, go on. Say what you were going to say.
She was gonna ask, would it happen to be the Dragonborn?
It starts to burst into laughter.
No, not at all. No, don't be silly. Now you're just being silly. The Dragonborn and... no. I have no need for Dragonborn. They're a different species. They don't entertain me. They don't make us good players on the stage. They're far too serious, you see. They're good for playing the adversary, for playing the straight man, for playing the defiant lawyer against the corrupt justice system. But they're not really funny. They don't really give me fun.
And I give you fun?
Tieflings give me fun.
As they say that, from the black of the woods, a individual appears. And they make their way.
Oh shit! I thought it was gonna be chaos. It would be a bad touch central.
No, it's the individual that gave you the coin.
So
I don't know why, but I thought it was gonna be Wilk.
Oh, man,
I don't know
that'd be
why.
fucking
I'm
twisted.
not- Another hex.
This
Leave
one,
Hex be.
this person sits down and
Spiky hex.
gives a over dramatic bow before taking their seat on the log and sits in a very similar manner. You would notice that they seem to be wearing a very similar set of clothing. So this is Disorder.
Yeah.
And this is the Tiefling. They're wearing almost like it's like a kind of jestery outfit, kind of a cloaky kind of flowing, but it's also feels kind of oddly religious. Like if you worship the jester god like Disorder, it might be what that person would be considered religious garb.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
She'll nod to the tiefling. Thank you for the coin.
The tiefling provides a nod back and says, "You're more than welcome. I have done all that I can to try to facilitate your audience and to ensure that you join the troop. I am Joker."
And Syrah.
"Oh, I already know your name, do not worry."
Out of curiosity, as a fellow tiefling, would you happen to know why my tieflingness, I guess, changed?
I don't fully know or understand, if I'm completely honest with you, but I have heard tales that those of mixed bloodlines can spark sudden change in their blood in highly traumatic events. From what I've been told by Disorder, you very specifically had such a traumatic event recently. Perhaps it was that provided the awakening for you. Is why your appearance has taken a more tiefling-orientated one.
Thank you. I admit there's a lot I don't know about tieflings.
Well, this would be a golden opportunity for you to find out more about your kin. As my lord has said to you, I have helped as much as I can, and I will help as much as I can. In this place, I can offer you training in certain skills so that you may improve. And as Disorder has also said, if you improve here, you improve in the real world, in your physical form. While Disorder is here and will help guide you, I will be the one that will be doing actual training.
I appreciate that.
They give like a very exaggerated like head bow, that they kind of do the hand swervy thing as they do it. Everything they do is very over exaggerated.
Exaggerated.
Yeah, because they're
performers.
They're performer. Yes, Disorder is very much a performer. Chaos is a schemer. Disorder is a performer, and because of that, the people that follow Disorder, Joker, are very exaggerated in their performance kind of personalities. Right, so, is there anything you would like to do with Disorder and Joker at the moment, or can I move over to the next one?
Can I talk to them more, or do you want to save that until other people have had their turn?
No, you can talk to them a little bit more if you want. Go ahead.
Okay. She'll ask, Disorder, is one of the reasons you took an interest in me because me and my friends seem to have a habit of breaking the status quo?
That was part of it. I also sensed that you had a strong dislike to chaos and weren't particularly happy to be put in the situation that you're in.
I don't like choices being taken from me. If things go amiss, I want it to be on my own terms. My own actions.
I agree completely. That's why, unlike Chaos, I am offering you my aid. I am offering you the barter between the two of us. If you don't want to, then you can say no, and I can always look for others, like my tiefling companion to my side. There are others who are more than welcome to audition for me, and to accept the roles that I give out.
I know you won't tell me your full game, and I completely understand that. But what are some of the bad sides to working with you?
Well, if Chaos ever finds out, he would probably find multiple horrific ways of making you pay for ever working with me. And then, for the complete honesty, if I roll the dice and snake eyes come up, well then, you're just about as fucked as I am, darling.
What do you roll the dice for?
To win. To get rid of Chaos so that I may take his place.
And how would you pose I keep this a secret from him?
For now, he has no idea what's going on. The best you can do is to not let slip any little secrets about myself or Joker, or the little plan you're playing.
And he won't notice someone has been in his area, I suppose?
Oh no, he'll notice that I've been in this area, because I belong in this area. Like I said, there are many budding gods, and just because one god is in control of a land doesn't mean that they can truly stop other gods from frolicking in the fields.
Bet it pisses him off when you do.
Oh yes, it does.
So you'd take over if Chaos went away.
I am the next in line, the second most powerful in the chaotic pantheon. So, if Chaos was to go bye-bye, it would be me that would take the spot, yes.
Would it be okay if I continue to think over your offer?
Of course, dear, but just remember that our deal is our deal, and we shouldn't involve other individuals. Like I said, if you tell Chaos, you're as fucked as I am.
Oh, I won't tell him. He likes to leave things out when he talks to me. Seems only fair I do the same.
That is the difference between chaos and disorder. Disorder is completely honest. I've already told you that while I have good chance of winning, I can still lose. I am not as egotistical as Chaos, thinking that I will win. There is a chance I will lose. And I am being honest.
That's part of the fun of it. That's part of the fun of playing these games. You win or you lose. But giving it your all, now that's fun. She'll turn back to Joker. Would there be a way to find out more about my tiefling half?
Yes, of course. If I can obtain some of your blood, your physical blood, I may be able to ascertain your lineage, to be able to find out where you come from in terms of the hells And what lord of that plane is your oldest ancestor?
Give all the blood.
I would appreciate that. Father never talked much about it. In the brief meeting with my grandparents, it didn't all go well. They were mostly fighting with my father.
I will be able to inform you of some of our traditions if I am aware of the individual that you hail from. I may be able to provide more information. If it's one of the lesser known lords or ladies, dukes or archdukesses of hell, then I may not, for little is known of every fiend and devil. But if it's one of the larger groups, I will be able to provide more information towards you. And
I appreciate it.
If it is a lesser one, I may be able to skulk my way into finding something.
I would appreciate that. Problem with coming from two sides is you never quite fit in with one or the other.
And that is sadly always going to be the way for a tiefling. It is always going to be harder for us to fit in. The world still looks at us with cautious glances.
That's fine. Let him look, let him glance. I'm going to do what I want.
That's exactly how I play. If they wish to glance, why not give them a show?
Have some fun with it. You might as well.
Give them something really to look at.
That'll be it with them for now. If you want to move on to somebody else, give somebody else a turn, because
Yeah.
that went on a while.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so
Getting real late.
yeah, we're gonna probably do the setup for the next one, and then that will probably be it. So, Nerostine,
Yes.
you are sitting in your cell. It has been a few more hours, and you've been sitting in there going through what's gone on with your lawyer. You don't know their name, but you're going through what happened with it, and you start to get a bit of a headache. And as you start to get that bit of a headache, you are forced into activating guidance. And when that happens, you notice that that strange thing you got when you performed the spell before doesn't happen. But more so, when you activate guidance, you get a message. And that message comes from a very familiar to you voice, but not your family, don't worry.
Thank God.
It is Gaul. And Gaul messages you in a quick succession of messages saying, I don't have time. I'm going to put this as simple as possible. Do this, and then use the mark.
Okay, what am I doing?
What are you doing now? What am I forcing you to do?
You're forcing me to use guidance.
There you go. Do that, and then use the mark.
Okay. I will do it as he says, and I will use guidance and see what happens.
So, you use guidance, and then do you activate your Gaul's mark?
Yes.
Right. You then start having a seizure. You start foaming at the mouth, you start shaking on your bed, and the last thing you think is, use the fucking guidance, and use the mark you said. And then you fall unconscious as you hit your head against the wall.
Oh.
However, when you do that, your eyes open, and you appear to be back in a place that you haven't been in a very long time. You wake up in Garl's coffin. I'm gonna just change the token so it's.
Oh god, I'm human.
It's gonna change the right size. Remember we had.
Oh god, I forgot about that token.
So, you wake up inside Garl's coffin, and you hear the familiar voice of Garl going, "Okay, I'm glad that worked. I wasn't sure if it 100% would, but I'm glad that it did." You mind getting out of my coffin? I sleep in there.
I'm pulling myself out of the coffin, and I'm like, "What do you mean you weren't 100% sure it was going to work?"
Look down at your hands and look back up at me.
I look at my hands.
You
Uh-oh.
are not you. You...
Skeleton?
So, yes. When you look down at your hands, you're actually a skeleton.
Yeah!
You think that you're you. Right, okay. I'm gonna explain what happened. I've forced you to have an out-of-body experience and have managed to grab your soul and force it into a skeleton.
It's never coming out.
I didn't think it would work. But it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations, you're a skeleton.
Am I stuck this way?
No. That skeleton's gonna die in about an hour at most. And when it dies, you'll go back to your body.
Are you sure that will work?
Are you sure that will work? You weren't even sure this would work. Are you sure I'll go back to my body?
Hey, I'm 1 for 2 so far. I'm willing to take that chance.
What happens if I don't go back to my body? Where would I end up?
Oh, you go back to me, remember? Because, remember, you signed that contract that says if you die, I get your soul and your body.
But there's...
Great.
But my body would still be alive.
Oh, no,
I would just be out of it.
No, your body's not alive right now.
What? What do you mean my
Damn it.
body's not alive?
Right now, you're in like a state of undeath, where you're not alive, but you're not dead. Ta-da!
This is the worst party trick I have ever seen.
Hey, listen, it's the only way I could get you here. Like, the mark wouldn't have worked because those fuckers decided to use the shittiest known material to humankind. And I needed to talk to you. Messaging wasn't getting through the fucking walls either. I had to brute force to get you here. This is the best
I hope the
way
spell was
can
on
do
a
it.
timer and he's forgotten and you're just gonna poof back to your body and he's gonna be like, fuck!
No, he literally said the skeleton's gonna die in an hour.
Well, then you should probably get talking.
He's
Yeah.
talking.
So... Okay, I'm here. What'd you need me for?
Right, we've got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, I think you know the woman next to me. You do know the woman. Her art may have changed, but you remember her. This was the vampire that spoke to you, and you agreed to do on a little mission where you go to a castle at some point in the future for her. This is Lucian. You remember her?
Yep.
Her art is different. So he goes, you know this woman, right?
Yeah, we've met her.
Okay, right, alright. So, Lucian, do you mind telling Neristine what you've told me? No, this is not a problem. Well, hello again, Neristine. I did not expect to see you as a skeleton, but...
I did not expect to be a skeleton.
We will deal with the situation as best as we can. I will try to be brief, seeing as I know you are on a time limit. the little deal that I had with your companions, I'm afraid it is not going to work. The castle has already been attacked.
Oh.
I have found others that were able to facilitate my needs in attacking the castle before you could. Now, I am still more than willing to help you, and hope that you would consider helping me. But I believe you may be aware a Death Knight is chasing you.
Fucking little bitch!
While this is all going on, I'm currently still trying to wrap my head around everything. I'm rubbing my temple and a finger pops off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I guess it's a good thing you found another
How
team
how are you talking without lips?
because we are
How is
currently
Gull talking about lips or tongue?
I don't
Fuck
know
off, it's
the
magic.
skeletons!
we are currently indisposed. As for the Death Knight, that is why we are indisposed.
Yes. Well, the long and short of it is that the Death Knight is being controlled by a grand necromancer, a witch, by the name of Malcolvia. You would see that like Gal kind of grinds his teeth as this name is mentioned. Malcolvia is in league with a vampiress lord by the name of Lady Woltenstein. She is the resident of the castle I wanted you to attack with me. She is not happy, and essentially, her and I are in the middle of a vampiric civil war.
Fun.
Now, she has Malkovia in a agreement to work with her and her allies. I believe you pissed off one of her allies, an individual that is the Grand Master of the Black Hand.
That was not my doing. I was coerced into pissing him off.
No, I do not mean you as in you specifically. I mean the royal you as in your little group.
Oh. Yeah, we may have had something to do with that when we were freeing a town.
Yes, well, what you do not understand is that Alabastor is working with Lady V and Malkovia, and he has taken a strong disliking to you. That is why you have a Death Knight on your tail. Malkovia has sent one, a fresh one, after you, and has commanded it to kill you all before it may be considered to be freed from his service.
Well, knowing what we know of Alabaster from what we've been told, chances are there's no chance of freedom. So even if we are killed, the Death Knight's gonna still be cursed to be a Death Knight.
Oh no, I agree completely. Malkovia is a lying bastard. He has
But
probably tried to coerce the Death Knight by saying it will be freed, but chances are Malkovia will not turn away a Death Knight.
hopefully we will be dead before we have to deal with another Death Knight.
You notice Lucian looks at Gaul, and then looks back at you.
Well,
I
Oh god, what now, Fax? What fuckery are you pulling on us?
I only say that because we just have a lot on our plate, and I'm being pessimistic.
I understand that, but know that because of the way their alliance works, Malkovia will happily send as much as they can after you to kill you and to kill your entire group. So consider that he has only so far sent one singular Death Knight, a light opening to the conflict between the two of you.
Well, should we get free of what our current situation is, we will do our best to deal with whatever comes at us as we always have done and will always attempt to do.
Yes, but what I am saying is that I am willing to offer you aid against Malkovia, as I do not like him. And then Garl speaks up, and I really don't like him. He rubs my bones up the wrong way. I really don't like him.
Given everything that's going on, we could honestly use all the help that we can get.
Yes, I figured as much. And as I stated previously, I believe in the cause that you are fighting for. I just have a war of my own to settle. But I will take as much time as I can away from that war to aid you as much as I can. I have spoken to Gal, and in such we have agreed that from now on, Gal alone will not just be your tutor, but so will I. I am aware that you have taken the path of necromancy and are currently a cleric of death. That is my area of expertise. And I will be able to provide you with the same knowledge that I was given. Knowledge that is beyond this world, as it comes from another world.
Want to be
I
character
would.
witness?
Yeah, let's call the vampire as a character
Yeah,
witness.
let's call it the vampire that probably wanted to. They probably want to kill and stake and
I do want to talk to you
Oh,
after
yeah.
this, Hex, because I want to work something out with you really
Okay.
badly.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You message me and we'll sort it out. But yeah, Lucian says as she places her hand upon a rapier at her belt, I will take my time out to help train you as well as Gal, so that we may properly create what you need to become.
I would appreciate any and every bit of tutelage that I can get.
This is good. I believe that there is much that we can learn as we work together. Now, that brings me on to the next point, or more the point that I am going to dump on Gal to say to you, because I have a war that I need to get back to. Gar, good luck with explaining the rest of this to Nerestein. Give me a call when you need me. I have to go and kill someone. And then she very flamboyantly hops off onto the teleportation circle and poofs away. Gal then
Does a sick pose.
yeah, like big fucking Lady Maria pose. Disappears. Puts on a hat, disappears. Gal then steps forward and goes, alright, well, now that she got to say the fun part, I'm left with the shitty part.
Uh-oh.
Right, so, you need more training. Lucian's offered to help. I'm going to be able to help. You're in prison.
Yeah.
The only way I can train you while you're in prison is if you're willing to do this. Gestures to you being a skeleton.
Seizure time!
What kind of effect does this have on my body? The repeated out-of-body experiences?
That's something we'll learn together.
Let's go!
Hey, bear in mind, I'm a necromancer. Fucking Lucian is a death cleric. If it does something really bad, we could probably slap a restore spell on you.
Hell yeah.
I
Regrow some limbs.
It's gonna
guess
make
if this-
Nerestein mad. Nicer.
I guess if this is the only way that we can do it, then this is the only way we can do it.
What I'll do is I'll do the same thing next time. If you ever want to come here for some training while you're in prison, just do exactly what you did. Bear in mind it's gonna have that bad effect on you. It's gonna feel not fun. I'll have plenty of skeletons around for you to jump into. But if you let me know in advance, like you say, oh, tomorrow I really want to come and help. I really want to come and do some training. I'll prep one of my stronger skeletons so we get more time. For now, I just grabbed one that I could find in the hallway.
In the hallway?
Yeah.
Oh, is it fucking Malcolm?
I mean...
How... It wasn't the hallway behind us, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Hell yeah.
Can I do I look like me, or do I, like, if I look at myself, do I look like a skeleton?
Yes.
What clothes is she in?
Okay, are there any, like, are there, like, any, tattered clothes on it?
Okay, I know what you're asking.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, zoom out on the map.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Fuck out.
Can you see? Look at the right of the map. Top right on the table.
Oh, the right.
Yeah, top right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
There you go.
Right.
You're not in Malcolm's corpse.
That would have been funny as fuck.
Malcolm's corpse is on display over there.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I remember the last time we were in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna want to be in here as often as I can, since I have nothing else that I can do.
Have you you got any problems if I dump you in zombies? Because zombies will last longer. I'm gonna tell you that honestly.
I like to think the bones have just been slowly falling apart this conversation. Like the jaw is gone.
Well, they already lost a finger. Remember when they were doing that thing with their put their hands on their head, the finger fell off. So
yeah, the jaw falls off, and Narasim's like, "Oh shit, I can't talk on it." Oh well, it's fine. Never mind. I don't need the jaw.
I mean, I don't suppose there's an issue.
I mean, it's more like I don't want it to psychologically scar you. It's pretty weird being in a skeleton and then being in a zombie and then being in you.
I mean, I've had enough psychological scars. I don't think being in a zombie could do much worse.
Perfect. For the purposes of time, is there anything else that you would like to say to Garl? Lucian's teleported away for now, but Lucian will be back. He's just had to nip off back to have war. But is there anything
back off to the B team?
Back off, back off, literally back off to next week. So,
just expect me to be here tomorrow. I don't know when. They have some public defender representing us. He doesn't seem too hopeful given everything.
Well, I mean,
but after talking with him, we pretty much have nothing but free time. They don't want us to do much of anything at all except stay in our cells the whole time. So I can probably get myself out of body pretty easily and pretty quickly without anybody knowing or caring.
Yeah, and if anyone does notice, just tell them you have a health condition.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go over well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He looks you up and down. You're starting to fall apart. I think maybe I overestimated an hour on that skeleton. It might have been a bit old.
Well, I better be prepared for whatever pain is going to suddenly wash over me when I return to my body.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks.
And as you say that, the body of the skeleton turns to ash. And you reappear in your actual body. And roll me a con saving throw, please.
Oh, this will go well.
You have the worst migraine of your entire life.
Great.
Your left side feels numb. It's just the worst case of pins and needles on your entire left side you've ever had. Your head is throbbing. You hate the light in the corner of the room more than ever.
I grab the blanket and the pillow, crawl under the bed, bury my head into the corner, hold the blanket over my head, and do the dumbest fucking thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
I try to mentally reach out to Hera.
How? How are you trying to mentally...
I just try and force my thoughts out to her to see if there is any kind of connection.
Roll me a wisdom. Not a save, it's a wisdom check. No, it's not working, I'm afraid. If you had rolled really high on that, I would have actually let you done it because of the soul connection. But because of a 9, that's like, for something as hard as that, in the situation you're in the room that you're in, it wouldn't work, sadly.
Yeah, I figured as much. I try, and it's like not even a couple seconds of trying. It's just like the pain and the pressure is just too much, and I just pass out.
That's what I was going to say. Actually, I was going to say, if you're in that much pain and that much pressure, I would rule that you passed out. So, yeah, if you're willing to accept that your character passes out from that much, I'm totally down with it. Right, so we went on a little bit longer than I thought we were going to be. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to stop there, and then we're going to open up next time with Devon's side. But I'm going to provide you with just some information about what's going to happen now, because things are going to be a little bit different. So, what I've set up for you is that each of you now kind of has a tutor, a teacher. You already had it with Garl before Neristing, but you now have Garl more actively taking his time in training you, and you have Lucian who stepped in to help train you as well. In Syrah,
and turn Neristing into a vampire.
Maybe. In Syrah, you now have, if you choose to accept the training, Disorder on your side, and Joker, who can both give you training. I'm not going to give it away.
She's going to accept the training, yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to give it away, but Devon, you are going to have your own tutor in the style of something to do with the library. I'm not going to give that away now.
Okay.
But you're going to have your own tutor. Now,
can it be the crab?
It's not the crab.
I hope so.
So, what's actually going to happen now is there's going to be a 3-month time skip.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, this is your group. Sorry, I'm You guys have a month time skip. The other group at a point in the future is going to have a 3-month time skip in a different game. So you're now going to have a month time skip. And what is going to happen is we're going to work out individually by talking to each other what you would like to do in that month time skip. And if you want, we can do some little role play stuff at points of like what happened during that time skip. And then when the time skip's over, it's gonna be your trial date. So for that month time skip, what I want you to do is I want you to think about what you would want to do in that time skip, how you'd want to interact with your tutors, your teachers, and more importantly, you are going to get a non-leveled ASI from that. So, what you can do is you can choose to, the same way as a normal ASI, you can choose to bump stats, 1 stat by 2, or 2 stats by 1, or you can gain a feat. This is representing the time that you spent with your teachers, you learning a skill or getting better at stuff. So I want you to think about that. If you want to discuss stuff with me about it, by all means you can. But I need you to come up with, by the time we finish next session, I want you to come up with what you want for your ASI, and we'll work out exactly what your characters would do in that month time skip. Okay? That
Okay,
makes sense?
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to stop the recording there, because that's where the session ends. So,
Devin,
well,
I'm really proud of you for not making a single Persona comment.
I'm really proud of you. I'm gonna end on a really positive note. Actually, Devin,
I don't even know where I would have stuffed that in.
The character's name was Joker.
It's literally called Joker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say just before I cut, I'm gonna end on a really positive note, and that is, Devin, I'm really proud of the role play that you did with Yaxper. Because
Yeah, you did really good.
It was especially that first part of the breakdown of, oh, I'm alone. I've not been alone in a long time. I'm really proud of you for doing that. So I'm going to stop now, but honestly, Devin, really, really good work there.